Welcome to the last day of riding in Turkey. I've got a 30 odd K route up to a dam and back today. Sounds like there's gonna be lots of climbing, but I think it's like maybe 300 meters in total. Onto gravel really early, which is lovely actually. Sorry about my last video being really grumpy. I guess I'm just finding this whole recovery thing quite hard. I'm not very good at doing nothing, and I've had to do a lot of nothing. So now I'm just, trying to think about it in the best way that I can, that long term this little operation I had is going to help me be better and hopefully be able to do more cool stuff to be able to sort of show to you through here and maybe inspire you to have a crack at some of these things yourself. But yeah, it's been a bit, as you probably gathered from the last video. So anyway, I wanted to show you that things aren't always great, and I guess hopefully today's a better day. Still taking it one ride at a time really. I took yesterday off completely, didn't do anything in the gym, doing anything on the bike, but today's the last day I can ride out here, so I thought, do you know what, I should make the effort to get out there and explore a bit more, because that's what I love doing, is exploring new places. So planned a little route on commute up to a dam that's relatively local. It's about, I don't know, 16k there, 16k back, and I don't think too much climbing, so it should be quite nice. And onto gravel nice and early with a gravel descent in front of me now. So yeah, let's get riding. Whoa, big boy dog. Jesus. As I've already said, I'm out here on a family holiday. Basically, my partner and all of her family, and it's very much like a resort holiday. Oh look. It smells amazing. So a resort thing isn't really the kind of holiday I would actually normally choose to do, but good quality family time is important, and there's young kids, so it's kind of just a bit easier with young kids. But part of that I said all along from the start was I want to bring a bike, just to give myself the ability to get out and explore and try and find a bit more of the real side of the country as opposed to the crap you see in resorts all the time. And today's route has really, so far, nailed that. I feel like I'm properly in the rural parts of the country. Farming land, loads of orange farms, big dogs chasing you. This is what exploring a country is like to me, and why it's so important to do it. Just seeing new places, the smells, it's fantastic. We're very lucky to be able to do this. I know I've been moaning a lot about this operation recovery, but still feel very lucky to be able to go out and explore on a bike in another country. I know I'm lucky. I really try not to take it for granted, but yeah, hopefully it's somewhat inspiring to you watching this to kind of like think, oh, maybe go somewhere a bit different, like Turkey. Go and do some cycling. Like the hotel I'm staying at has bikes you can rent, and a really good like list of routes and stuff you can ride. Actually, it's incredible. Probably like 50 odd routes that are on Strava that you can ride, and use them to go and explore, and they organise excursions out. If I was if I'm honest, I'd probably actually love to come back and do some of those rides. So if there's anyone, Tour of Turkey, please get in touch. I'd love to come out and explore more of this country. It seems amazing. This is the reason why I always take a gravel bike with me on these kind of trips. Amazing. End of the road, big gate. So 18 odd K here, 18 odd K back. Good for the head this ride today. As you saw in the previous video, I'm a bit like, just a bit meh, but yeah, really cool. The dam is huge. And I'm riding along next to a dried river, so I knew it was kind of coming soon, but I didn't quite expect it to be that soon and that big. So yeah, this bit of gravel to here is incredible. I don't understand why no one's yet thought about doing like an ultra in Turkey. Maybe there is one. There is, let me know in the comments, but it's not one that I know of. But yeah, I'd be absolutely psyched to explore it. Two more points to add. You will have seen by the time this video goes live, Tailfin have dropped 9 different sized frame bags. I've got a couple of different ones coming for me to sort of test out and how they fit inside the frames, but 9 is incredible. The range is like from quite small sort of like mini bags all the way to like this massive like 6, nearly 7 litre one. I've been very lucky to be part of Tailfin's R&D team since it started basically, and I've been using the product since I cycled across Australia. And there's a lizard. I'm always so impressed with the level of detail, the prototyping, the research, the feedback that goes into everything they do. Like, yes, I know the products are on the top end price point of bike packing equipment, but it really is so good. I'll give you more of an update when I've got some of those bags to show you how they fit in my bike as well. So yeah, well done Tailfin, smashed it again. And then the second one, a lot of people are asking about the whole wolf tooth setup that I've got on my bike. So from a previous video you would have seen, I've set up my Argon 18 Dark Matter with GRX Di2 11-speed 2x with a 4830 on the front. Traditionally it's 4831. I just wanted an easier gear that I could have, really, that would shift fine. And an 11-40 on the back with the 2x rear mech. Now, if you look at the GRX 11-speed range, there is a 1x mech and a 2x mech. The Di2 ones, the 1x and the 2x mech will both work set up as a 2x and 1x. I think that makes sense. Basically, you can use the 1x mech with a front mech as well. It works fine. There are some other things to mention here. There is an XTR Di2 11-speed rear mech and an XT Di2 11-speed rear mech, which you will have seen in some of my older videos with the drop bar hardtail. Now that has clearance to be able to make work with an 11 to 46 cassette, but you can only use it one by. But it works fantastic. I've used that for stuff and it seemed to work brilliant for everything I've done. Now the reason what I've done with my setup at the moment is 11 to 40 on the back, 48-31 on the front, so I've got a big enough, like big gear, hard gear, to be able to hold speed, and then an easy enough small gear, so 30 on the front, 40 on the back, for especially for ultras, for some of the steep climbs, especially when I think of Badlands. There are some really steep climbs in that one. So the idea is basically to make sure I've got a big gear and a small gear. I think that makes sense. And using the Wolftooth 11-speed road link, it works perfectly. There are several different Wolftooth products out there. They sort of do slightly different things, but on their website there's loads of information of what will work. That one thing I will say is they do say that they will only work 1x, but I found that they work absolutely fine 2x. It's probably them kind of covering their back in the sense of like how well it works. Now personally I think it works brilliantly set up 2x, but some people may say it's slightly not in the percentage range of what they would like as a brand, and similar why Shimano don't say to use any larger cassettes than the ones that they specify, even though they will work. It's to do with how crisp and how well it works. But yeah, with this setup I've had no issues at all. It's been working great. Really happy with it actually. On the bike as a whole is incredibly well grounded. It's actually, if I compare it to my old bikes, what I'm talking about here is the Cervelo range when I previously worked with them. I had an Aspero, I had an Aspero 5, I had the drop bar hardtail, which was their hardtail frame, and I put drop bars on it, and I had an R5CX. Now this bike feels not as stiff, which I personally prefer, especially for off-road riding. The Cervelos are very stiff, but they are all-out race bikes. This is, to me, a very good race bike, but a much more all-rounder in terms of how it rides. It probably rides closer to the drop bar hardtail than, say, Cervelo's gravel bike, if that kind of makes sense. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. For me personally, I would need this comfort thing after breaking my wrists, and it is definitely a great bike to ride. Very confidence giving, which is quite nice, and it's also very dusty, and dusty bikes look cool. Look at that. So anyway, enough chatting, time to ride back to the hotel, pack the bike up, back home. I'm about to go over, I'm pretty sure this is the river that the dam is stopping. Incredible. Hotel now. Hope you enjoyed these short videos showing a bit of Turkey. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section. Yeah, and the usual, like, subscribe and all that. Cheers, see you for the next one. Back now. Last thing to mention, cheeky shout out to Styrkr for making these Styrkathon bars. It's their protein bar, which is basically chocolate caramel and peanut, 22 grams of protein, low in sugar, vegan, tastes great. You can get yours with a discount, which I'll put in one of these corners. I think it's Chris 20. Anyway, got to pack up the bike. Thanks for watching. See you for the next one.